A grandma has been fighting the state to get her grandkids out of foster care for years. A great aunt has been trying to do the same for her niece, but both have been met with strong resistance, and it may be a matter of money.
7 Action News investigator Heather Catalo has been digging deep into the state's foster care system. Tonight she has part 2, how private agencies may be profiting off foster children.
The state pays private agencies to handle most foster care adoptions. By law, they're supposed to make placing foster children with extended family members a priority. But 7 Action News has found some cases where relatives say the agencies may be putting profits ahead of policy, and that can cut kids off from family forever. When Lori Scribner found out her grandkids were put in foster care after the state declared their parents unfit, she came forward to claim them.
I've been telling them I wanted them all along.
But Lori was told she needed a bigger home for her 4 grandkids, so she bought this 5-bedroom ranch with a pool.
That's one of the things they love the most is swimming.
Then she was told she had to earn more money, so she went back to work full-time.
So I could support the kids, so I understood that.
Lori says she has spent $50,000 in legal fees and other costs fighting for her grandkids.
There was nothing I could do that they would let them come.
Mickey Gordon says she's been fighting a system that seems set on breaking family bonds. The Department of Human Services, or DHS, and the private agency it contracts with approved another couple to adopt her great niece who's in foster care.
I feel like we have been under a bully mentality.
Mickey is a social worker in Oklahoma, and she's very familiar with foster care. She and her husband have foster parented dozens of kids and adopted 2 of them.
My credentials are impeccable.
Mickey says she has spent about $30,000 trying to adopt her niece and has no plans to stop fighting.
I'm not going away. She's coming home to her family.
The law is on their side.
Both federal and state law require that the agencies and the courts give a priority to relatives seeking placement of children in foster care.
Attorney Vivek Sankaran heads the Detroit Center for Family Advocacy and is an expert on child welfare law.
Systemic roadblocks are created, licensure, home study requirements, criminal checks that take time.
Lori and Mickey suspect this is about more than just bureaucratic red tape.
I think a lot of it has to do with these agencies earning money.
DHS contracts with private agencies to handle foster care adoptions, but DHS would not talk to 7 Action News because Lori's and Mickey's cases are being litigated. The private agencies also wouldn't talk about their cases with us, citing adoption confidentiality laws. But they did tell us that a child's welfare is their top priority. Lori and Mickey aren't buying that. They point to the current contract between the state and the private agencies. The agencies get between $5,400 and $11,500 per adoption. The faster they get a child adopted, the more money the agency receives.
We're moving way fast into adoption. Close that deal. Show me the money.
Mickey and Lori have something in common that would mean less money for the agencies. Both live in other states. For out-of-state adoptions, private agencies in Michigan get no more than $3,500.
The whole system is just set up to give the children away and pay other people to take care of them when family is right there ready to do it.
In fact, the state would have saved more than $330,000 had the private agencies placed these children with their families. The state gives foster and adoptive parents about $14 a day to care for a child until they turn 18. Lori and Mickey say they told the agencies they did not want the subsidy.
See, look, we're not asking for your money.
A recent study put together by a former county DHS director shows that it costs more for the state to pay private agencies to manage foster care than to have the state do it. The report shows for a state caseworker to manage 18 foster care cases, it costs about $174,000 a year. That's compared to about $297,000 for a private agency worker to handle the same caseload.
There's days you just sit and cry.
DHS admitted in court records that Lori is a loving, caring, nurturing, and suitable caregiver, but that the kids should be adopted by the agency's recruited couple since the children had already bonded with them. Bonding was the key reason in both Lori's and Mickey's cases for not letting them have their loved ones.
Do you think the state agency purposely delayed this process?
It certainly does appear that way.
Meanwhile, Lori and Mickey are not giving up.
But I want the kids to know that we fought and we tried everything to get them that we could.
After 7 Action News contacted DHS about these cases, Lori got this letter. It says the state is now reconsidering their decision to deny her adoption of her grandkids. The letter also says DHS is looking at new information and will issue a new decision in 30 days. Mickey's hearing to challenge the state's decision is still ongoing. We'll keep you updated on the outcome of both of these cases. I'm Heather Catallo, 7 Action News.